Climate change, it used to be called global warming in quotes, right? We live on a globe, right? So that's what's going on. Climate change, right? There's a lot of climate change activists standing up like, I don't even want to talk about Greta Thunberg. How dare you? That was one of the most embarrassing things I've seen as a human being. You guys know what I'm talking about? Greta Thunberg, the like 12-year-old climate change activist who was promoted for some reason. Her mother said everyone sells their soul to the devil at some time. But who cares, right? No one, devil's not real. World's not biblical. What? If you don't think God knows about his world that he created, why are you concerned about climate change? First of all, I don't believe in climate change. I don't. Is there weather and pollution and other things like that that affect the earth? Yes. Chemtrails on, like, there's a lot of things that affect the world. But as far as global warming, climate change, both of those in air quotes, I don't believe in those things. And even if they are real to some extent, God is going to rapture the church. He will make a new heaven and a new earth, and we will have new glorified bodies. So what are you worried about? If you ask me, I'm not worried about any of that stuff. It's not even on my radar, or it is on my radar just because I'm trying to like pay attention to what's going on in the world stage and whatever, the big fake world stage where everyone's a player, right? But like as far as climate change goes, I don't worry about that, not even 0.5%. I don't worry about that at all. A lot of people go out and protest, and a lot of these people are hippy dippy, you know what I mean, right? Like, I used to be quite liberal with my politics. I would watch the Daily Show with Jon Stewart and the Colbert Report, and I thought that was funny and like that they were correct with things. Well, they're both Freemasons and they sold their souls to rock and roll, so don't care about those guys anymore. But again, global warming, there's no globe and there's no warming going on. Oh, the temperature increased by 0.5 degree over a million years, not a million years. Again, creation's 6,000 to 7,000 years old. Like, if people knew the biblical world, they wouldn't be concerned about climate change, is my point. Let's watch this clip here and let's just see what's happening right now.
We have the largest military in the world. We spend over $1 trillion every year. And the state, your state of Missouri, is over half the people are in poverty. China is not our enemy. The climate crisis is.
The climate crisis.
The funny thing is, these people go on about climate change, and there's a lot of celebrities, billionaires, millionaires who say, yeah, we should get electric cars and we should be more, worried about climate. I don't think the same people moaning about it are worried about climate going all over the world every half an hour in their private jets and flipping SUVs with 20 cars behind them.
Yep.
They couldn't give a shit.
One of your guys'
Pardon him there.
values is economic equality. But how would you address the fact that certain third world countries need to use fossil fuels to get to like a certain amount of like economic development? Maybe it's not a reality for certain countries to completely eliminate fossil fuels. Do you think you guys are coming back from like a privileged position in that sense?
I would, pardon me 1 second. If we could like quickly get a look and see that, these are our representatives. We, the people, are the government. You guys are just our representative.
What?
But the thing is, what was the question?
This is what protesters are like. Like, again, brothers and sisters, just so you know, I was like a punk rocker in high school and junior high. And I was very liberal and like, I'm for this and I'm against the man and blah, blah, blah. I didn't know Jesus, so I didn't know anything. I was just like blinded by the world. This guy says something, we're the people, and then he goes, what was the question? Like, climate change, global warming. Why are people concerned about this? We're living in the last days in a biblical earth. The earth is flat and domed with a firmament. There's waters above and God and heavens above us, literally above us, not out in outer space, not galaxies away. Space is not ever expanding with black holes and I'm ranting a bit now, but this stuff really bothers me. So many people are protesting things that they have no idea about. I'm watching this clip on this channel, and people are laying in the middle of the streets, almost getting run over to protest things about climate change when it's just a bunch of baloney. It is. People don't even get that the earth is biblical, that it's biblical cosmology. If they knew that, they'd have a revelation and they'd go, well, okay, the earth is not 1,000,000 years old and creation's not 1,000,000,000 years old. Dinosaurs, cavemen, evolution, Big Bang, on and on and on and on. If they knew all that stuff was fake, they'd have a different perspective on these things and they wouldn't be worried about it. God is in control. I know there's a lot of problems in the world, and a lot of people would say, why would God allow this? Why do children have cancer? Why is this going on? You know what I mean? A lot of people bring up those horrible things, but as a world, we're fallen. We're a sinful, fallen world where there are problems. But you know what? God made many promises to correct that someday very soon. People that are out protesting, they don't know what they're talking about. If they don't know biblical cosmology and they're complaining about global warming, climate change, they're fools. They have no idea what they're talking about. They're wasting their time. They're wasting their lives. How about we preach the gospel and get people saved and get them on the right track? Okay? Brothers and sisters, everyone else, I hope you can understand. I'm not trying to be mean to people. I'm just very passionate about the truth and about salvation and about heaven and about Jesus and about everything that is true. I love the truth. I hate lies. I hate lies and evil and deception and there's so much of that in the world. Hey, brothers and sisters, haven't we learned a lot in the past few years? One of the reasons is we're in the truth community, the Christian community on YouTube. Not everyone that says they're a truther or a Christian is a Christian. Let's remember that. There's wolves in sheep's clothing. There's gatekeepers and all these other people out there. But the real Christians that are okay, the world is clearly biblical. And if you know biblical cosmology, it takes away from so many of Satan's deceptions. Alien invasion, climate change, global warming, 1,000,000,000 years of Earth, evolution, the Big Bang, planets, outer space, all of that stuff is Satan's lies. That's what we're up against. It's not easy. It's a lot of stuff to deal with. But you know how we all get through it? With Jesus Christ, God. God bless you, everyone.